Today marks 1 year since I've graduated from the University of Essex with a first class degree in biological sciences. And what do I have to show for it? So it's literally been a year since I graduated from uni, and I know a lot of people have talked about post-grad, the struggles, the real, the reality, you know what I mean, just how it can be. And I thought it would be nice to come and speak about my experience so far. It legit has been a year. So I'm just going to talk through my journey so far, you know. So coming into third year, I wasn't so hell-bent on getting a first in the beginning. I got a 2-1 in my second year, and I just felt like I could have done a bit better because I was playing a lot in my second year. I could have pushed myself harder. Like maybe midway or into the first term, I was like, you know what, actually, let me look at my grades from last year and actually like set my mind on getting a first, just to see how much I can do, how much I can push myself, and to see if I can trust God for more, essentially trust God for something that I do not deserve by my own understanding, by my own skill. I didn't even think first class degree equals good job. I just thought, let me finish uni strong is what I was thinking. So I've graduated now, and what happens after that? I've studied biological sciences, but I've become so interested in so many things whilst I was in uni. Started doing YouTube and doing other things. I found that I'm a bit more of a creative. I like creating content. I like editing, I like filming, doing events, I like organizing things. So it's like, okay, maybe I like a bit of project management. And I've just found that there were so many different things that I felt like I wanted to do, or I still feel like I want to do. And I felt like I left uni without like stable ground, like without clarity, like this is what I want to do. And to be honest, I slightly still feel the same. I still feel like I don't have, you know, when it's just that niche and it's making sense, like this is where I'm going, like this is what I'm doing. I don't feel like I have that definite answer, though I feel like things are becoming a bit more clear. But you know, when you just want God to say to you, you're called to be a musician, and then that's what you chase after. I still don't feel like I've got that type of clarity that I guess I was searching for. So when I left university, I was like, you know what, I don't want to work. And my final year of uni kind of scared me off doing a master's because it was really hard. I've mentioned before about the anxiety and stuff that I was having in my final year of university, and just the amount of work like that you had to do. And I was like, nah, I cannot do a master's because essentially you're going to be doing this one on your ones. And in my final year, I really benefited from community, from having my friends around me. When I graduated from uni, I was just like, okay, I'm not going to go into a 9-to-5 job. I'm not going to go into a job. So I just basically didn't apply. I didn't apply for any job. After that July 17th, I didn't apply for one job until December. So I was literally just trying to go hand with editing and filming. I was trying to do this here and there. It was months of just sitting down and trying to figure myself out, to be honest. A lot of that. And I didn't necessarily go through depression in that time, but depression in that time is real for a lot of people. But I definitely did go through and still kind of going through just, God, what is my life saying? Like, what do you actually want me to do? And you just think, 3 years of university, I've got a first class degree. What do you want me to do with this? I think that question was so rampant in those months after I had graduated, and that's literally what I was thinking. And I'm going to describe that a bit more because I remember speaking to some of my friends. A lot of us were in a lot of deep conversation about like, God, what do you want from me? Like, what do you want me to do? Truly, people would say that, you know, you've got a first class degree, you can just get a job, you're calm. But having a first class degree doesn't guarantee you a job. There's people who get jobs without degrees, there's people who get jobs with degrees. So I never had this sort of mindset that I've got a first class degree, I'm sorted. I don't know how to explain that. One will say that, come on Ada, you've got a first class degree, stop acting mad. But it doesn't guarantee you anything. It came to a point where I was just like, was it even worth it? But what it was is, it was just hard for me to really know what it is that what am I doing? You know, I can't even fully articulate myself in this video, because it's just a deep sense of, all I can explain is just, all you can do is like, God, what next? Like, you know what I mean? And I definitely went through that for a long time. So like July, August, September, October, November, December. So like for those 5-6 months, it was just like, God, like, I don't know what I want to do. I do know what I want to do, but I don't know what I want to do. I definitely don't want to do a 9-to-5. I don't like working for people. I want to be a creative. I love YouTube, but sometimes I just hate YouTube. I don't really like social media like that. It's just like, so it's literally just like a back and forth. For me, it's not even about the money. It's not about the salary. It's just about having a job that you just feel like, yeah, this is what I'm meant to be doing. Whilst doing all those things, I run a ministry for Christian girls, and it's literally called Christian Girl. That is like one of the only things that I do that is just like, oh, I just love it. To essentially to do ministry and to serve God and stuff like that. And it's like, it was kind of like, part of me was like, but this can't be, like, it can be my full-time, but it can't be my full-time, because how do you want to make money? Do you know what I mean? Essentially, how are you going to sustain yourself? Just literally loads of questions. I can't even fully articulate the feelings and myself in this video, and I don't even sound like I've got it all together, because I don't know. I don't think I have. The reality is after uni, it's a very trying time. Like, there's this pressure to know what you want to do and how you want to do it. Did I get pressure from home? No, I didn't get any pressure from home. My family are very supportive. So I guess the pressure mainly came from myself, to be honest, and what you believe how life should be. That you come out of uni, you get a good job and all of this. But graduating from uni, and being out for about a year, you just see that, one, what I've been learning anyway is, many are plans in a man's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that shall prevail. And most times when you're not most times, in fact, all the time, when you're just trying to and striving by the grace of God to walk in His precepts, you are at the right place at the right time. Like, you're exactly where God wants you to be. Do you know what I mean? I still had to believe that, okay, God has a plan and God knows what He's doing. The plan may not be what I want for myself, but essentially I'm just believing that in all of these things, God is sovereign and He is just. And then in December, I was like, you know what, let me just apply for any job. Let me just apply for a job. Come on. How hard can it be? I hate the application process of applying for jobs. I hate doing CVs. I hate cover letters. I hate cover letters with a passion. I was just like, you know what, let me just apply for something. And obviously I said in the beginning that I like doing events and I liked planning things. So I was like, okay, let me apply for project management. I applied for this job, and this is the first job I had applied for since I had graduated. I actually applied past the deadline. I got an email like the next morning and I got the job. It just made me think, wow, like, I had just been sitting down for time, scared of the application process, not sure of what I wanted to do. The job that I'm applying for that I didn't even really want, God just gave it to me like that. And I definitely saw God's favour, His mercy towards me in that time. And it kind of gave me a bit of fire that, okay, I can do this. I got a job, I could do this, like, I can apply for something and I can get it. So I did that job for about 3 months, because it was a 3-month contract. And it ended whilst I was in lockdown. And I'm just looking at God like, wow, like, the job's ended. We're in April, I can't do hair, like, I'm back to square one. But the difference in that time was, after working, I really kind of made up in my mind that I do not want to do a 9-to-5. Like, I really don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it a bit, like if I have to do it to make money and stuff, but it's just not my thing. So in that time and working there, I was also able to manage the company's social media, manage all their like video content, edit. I would edit for them, and I saw that, okay, I do like editing and videography, but I didn't like it in that capacity. So the things that I thought I had liked doing, in that job, I had saw that I didn't necessarily like doing it in a corporate capacity. Enjoyed project management, but I didn't really like it. At the same time, I just felt like it's a job that applies to every single other job. It's like a transferable skill. You have to learn how to plan yourself and manage projects, be organized and give things in on time. I just felt like that's part of everyone's job. So I kind of ruled that out. All that was left was science. So that's kind of where I am now. Like, I'm still doing YouTube, I'm still doing hair now that lockdown is relaxed, and I'm still doing, and science is still there, so my master's is still on the table. I definitely feel less scared to do my master's because God has really dealt with that, and I believe that He will take me through that if I choose to go through that. But yeah, that's really my journey. 1 year since I've graduated from uni, and I'm here, and I'm feeling like life is making more sense. That's how I'm feeling. Funny enough, I'm not where I want to be. As you can tell by this video, I haven't got it all figured out, but I'm definitely feeling like things are making sense. Things that I don't like are becoming more clearer. Things are becoming sifted out. Before, I used to have a lot of things in my hands, but now I have a few different things. My energy is being redirected, priorities are changing, and I'm really seeing, okay, this is what I like doing. Even with YouTube, I'm seeing bit by bit, this is the type of content that I like. I like faith-related content, I like clothing, like I'm now kind of seeing my niche, and I'm learning to be patient with the journey. Honestly, as I grow, I'm learning more about myself, my likes and my dislikes, and what I can really endure, and what I can really see myself putting my all into, my time into. And I'm being patient with myself in figuring that out, and patient with God, knowing that this God, you have to have me. you can't drop me. And I'm just learning to enjoy the ride at the same time. It's definitely an underlining sort of unspoken expectation of those who have graduated from uni to be at a certain place by now. Obviously, yeah, it's been a year. As a Christian, I believe that it doesn't even make sense to apply the time frames that the world puts on us into your own life. We know that God has done different things with different people within the Bible at different times. I've learned not to look at time frames. I've learned to submit my time frames to God. Honestly, I try and encourage myself more, which isn't something that I always do, but I'm trying to encourage myself more in His Word, and just more in who He is, basically, and just resting on that. It's definitely not easy, and so I sympathize, empathize, all the sympathize with everyone who's graduated, and I'm sure you guys can, anyone who's in my shoes or been in my shoes can relate with me. But I know that it's a hard journey, it's a tiresome one, but it definitely is beautiful. And when we get to wherever it is that we want to be, we're definitely going to look back on these on those years or those months or days, for some, when we weren't where we wanted to be, and just give glory to God for where He has taken us. So graduating from uni it's been bittersweet. God has been gracious, God has been good. The question of, was it worth it? Is uni worth it? You'll have to go and find out. For me, it was worth it. Even though I'm not where I want to be right now, it was definitely worth it. It's not even just uni, it's the 18 to 21 age frame that a lot happens in, and I'm happy that I had that 18 to 21 in uni. I learned a lot from it. But I hope someone has been able to relate with this. This is a bit of a different one for me. I thought I'll sit down on my bed, because we need to sit down and talk about this. We need to sit down and talk about this, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, let's just keep pushing, do you know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep pushing with all the things that I'm doing. I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, whatever time you guys are watching this, and I hope to see you guys on my channel soon. Toodaloo! Ooh, ooh.